Welcome to qualifying for this week's F1 Clash GP event. Another week has been done and dusted, and we're soon on to another F1 Clash event. And hopefully you've seen that strategy guide for this week's qualifying already. It was released yesterday. So Hungarian GP, which means the Hungarian event in F1 Clash. We've got Oscar Piastri, as you know, Juggernaut and Turbojet, all 10% boosted. We are here with the free-to-play account. Last time out, medals-wise, we went to Challenger to try and get a P1. We dropped 2 points over the whole weekend, took a F medal. But we're back to try and maybe compete a little bit higher again here at this event. We're going to Contender. Problem being, I don't have a lot of boosts, so it's just got to try and get through. Contender, are you ready? Because we are going for the Hungarian Grand Prix. We have entered it in Contender. Please, I mean, what a mistake that could be, but hopefully not. So first track we've got defending and cornering for our two drivers. We are going with this driver lineup probably through all the races. Oscar Piastri and Bottas. My worry is that Oscar Piastri is going to get such a bad start, and at Hungary it's terrible. But he might start at the back anyway, might not be too much of an issue. Car setup is like this for qualifying, making use of the Juggernaut, which is 10% boosted as well, and it's a pretty solid setup. Boosts are going to be interesting, we'll have to see what we have, but let's get underway. Race number 1, free to play. Here we go, time for Hungary. So here we go then, race number 1, matchup is increased. Now our team score is a little bit low, I would say, for Contender. I mean, it's almost like racing against Series 10 because they increased the difficulty in this for GP. So we are going to be on the back foot. Where do we qualify? Piastri I was worried about, and he qualifies 17th, but he's going to get such a bad start. Now, usually Prince is the best boost around here, but defending and cornering, we haven't really got a lot to go off. Probably Downforce is going to be one of the best, or maybe Jin. We could probably use a bit of Jin on a weekday. Interesting. Let's go. And yes, we had boosts from last season, but they're running out quite quickly. Piastri will get a terrible start. Bottas with a worse start, to be fair. And this Hungary first corner can be make or break. In the spray we go. Piastri has got a decent start. He's managed to get on the inside through the cars, and we're in to P11. Bottas with a terrible start, currently out there in P24. We're going to cut him down. What we're going to do is let the field spread, so that we've got the pace to come back at with power unit. You can see, just stuck right behind. Piastri looking pretty good though, in the top 10. Inside nicely. And we're going to keep that pushing. Bottas still can't get past at the moment. He's all over the back of Yuki Tsunoda. There's a Mercedes just ahead of him as well as we go down to turn 1. Is there going to be a move by Valtteri Bottas? There is, up to P22. Terrible start for Bottas. We kind of knew that could be the case. Now, we do have good cornering on our car. Should keep us pretty close to some of the cars ahead. P22. We need to get past Logan. Everyone gets past Logan. Thank you very much. P21. And we're going to be doing 4 laps on these wet tyres, as Russell is ahead in that struggling Mercedes. And we're going to come out of turn 1, put the power on, get the traction, and we're going to make the move. P20, P19. He is moving on up, is Valtteri Bottas. Now he's got Zhou Guanyu ahead of him. We're going to be doing 4 laps on these tyres. We'll see if anybody comes in after 3. I don't think they do in Contender. And they don't. But it is all helter-skelter. All delaying each other. And we're going to try and just get Piastri through again. Pit for the rival, P21. There's a Haas in there as well. And Piastri just can't get past here. Bottas is past 1. Now we're going to go on conserve. We're going to leave him on conserve. Get some power unit back. We are going to be a little bit slower. We should still be able to keep within the cars around us. But now it's pit stop time. As we do just get past Gasly. Good little move. And Bottas already up to 30% on the power unit, which is good. Oh, slowed down in the pits by Checo. Don't think it's going to double stack us. It's not. Bottas doesn't get stuck. But Piastri is out in P11. He's dropped some places. RB just getting Danny Rick ahead of us as well. It's all chaos in this circuit. Rival is out of tyres, so it was a real player, which we didn't realise at the time because of no boosts being used. But it is a real player going around with no tyres on lap number 5. Time to try and close the gaps. P8 for Piastri. P19 for Bottas. The Haas of Hulkenberg riding high in P7. But we want that position. We want that position. Can we get it? Yes, we can. Up to P7. Difficult race to begin with. It would be so much easier if we had the race start boosts. But we don't. So we've got to continue. It's not going to be the biggest score in the world. And again, this is probably just linking him. Now, we can use a premium boost. We have used Jin, of course. But it's still not good enough. There's only a select boosts that really are good enough for you to use at circuits. Bottas now up to P16. So he is climbing. Not climbing quick enough. Got to do a lot of race management here with the power unit as we close up to the back with Bottas. And now it's going to be a last lap kind of push really for both cars as Piastri hunts down. Bottas again hunting down as well. And there is the McLaren ahead of us. Can we shape up for a move? Got the rival coming in the pits as well. Upside, please. Yes, P6. Let's go. What about Bottas? Can he get through? And now we've got Bottas in P5 to take. And Bottas is into P12. We are making some ground. We are. Piastri's had a terrible section there. Only P7 against him. AI to stop him. But I think he's going to come round in P6. And that's not too bad. Oscar Piastri, free-to-play account, P6. That will do. P11 moves Bottas. So a good recovery drive after a terrible start in Hungary. But we'll take a good, solid 33 points from race number 1 as the rival comes home in 20th and 22nd. I'm happy. I can't be too disappointed with that one. 33 points is a solid start to qualifying. Difficult rival, difficult start at that track, and we did okay. Forgot to check the rival, but 33 points in the bag as we head off to race number 2, which is Mexico. So race number 2, the matchups get trickier. 1,063 for the rival. And we're going to have to try our best here to try... I mean, we want that 30 points. Hopefully 30 points-ish a race will see us through. We are challenging in what is probably just out of our depth at the moment. But if we can get through to the final round, then by all means we will try it. Well out qualified. P23, P24. Not too good. Mediums, tyre management and cornering. What have we got from our leftover boosts? Anything that can help? Not really. We're going to go downforce then, one of the free boosts, to try and help us through. Come on. Let's see what we can do. Rival should destroy us here. A lot higher team score. It's all about the start. Again, that's where we're going to be struggling this weekend. And it is only a poor start. But Bottas, after a bad start at Hungary, has managed to get away a little bit better. He's up to P20, moving into P19. If he can hold that position, we're going to keep him pushing. And he's going to get a nice move up the inside. And we are up to P15. And there's another couple of moves. P13 for the man himself, Valtteri Bottas. And he had the hump in Hungary. And he's now hungry for more positions in Mexico. 4 mediums to do in this race. We're going to try and keep gaining the power unit again. Rival's got good boosts on offer as well. Nazar, very, very good boost. But they've got a bad start too. Just trying to keep Danny Ricciardo at bay. Whilst also gaining the power unit. There's Gasly struggling. Gasly on the hards. We've got to get past him, because he's going to give us extra pace if we can get through. Switcheroo from Valtteri Bottas through the stadium section. Crowd go why. What is happening at the back of this field? They are tiptoeing around at a snail's pace. Into turn 1 we go. Past Kevin, our good friend. And we've got Logie Bear Sargent. You know you're having a tough race when Logie Bear Sargent is sitting in front of you. That's for sure. But again, coming up to the Stadio section, homeboy Perez gets the move done on Alex Albon. We get it as well. And now we hunt down Checo. Sargent still sitting there pretty. Ahead of Oscar, who pits Sargent does. Releases us a little bit higher. But I would have thought Piastri would have been doing better. I haven't got a lot to work with drivers or setup. So we're literally using the best stuff we can use at the moment. But Bottas is going to come into the pits. We're going to gain some power unit for a bit of a push on Piastri. As you can see, Bottas just ahead as we get the move done. P15. And into the pits. Bottas, I mean, it's one driver or the other that does good, it seems, because Bottas is out in P13. We're going to get out just behind the rival. Just ahead of Sargent. So the overcut worked, and we jump ahead. Yuki Tsunoda, good move. Past him. And now the rival. Can we get past that car? No, not quite. Got to cut back down. Power unit's a struggle. We're trying to conserve where we can. We're trying to gain places where we can. And there's a couple of people in the pits. Bottas moves himself up to the top 9. And we can't get ahead. Big racing, close racing here on the free-to-play. Every point matters in difficult free-to-play mode. But we're trying our best. Trying to keep close to Alonso. Piastri is struggling to get through. As we go to the stadium section, good chance of overtakes. There is Checo getting done by 2 cars. But Valtteri Bottas gets through to himself. And he is in to the top 6. Great little run by Valtteri Bottas here. Mercedes wondering why they let him go. Because he's on fire at the moment. And now Piastri starting to motor up to P13. We said we wanted 30 points. We're on 31 as we speak. Another stadium section time then. Sainz. Past him. Come on. We're flying as we start the final lap. Cars in the pits as well. We're up to P4. It's a great start to Mexico. Not so much for Piastri, but you get my gist. We can see a breakdown ahead. Not sure who that's for. Could be one of the cars ahead. Don't think it is. It's one of the AI 24th place cars. There he is. But can we get on the podium with Bottas? Yes, we can. We're up to P3. It's a great race from Bottas. Piastri is going to finish it inside the top 10 as well. We are going to rescue some points. Some good points. It's 37. That's good. I'm happy with that. 37 tied with the rival. They had the better boosts and they had the team score. But we lost, but we got the same points. Bottas 4, Zhou Guanyu 5, and the car was that little bit extra qualifying, just not helping so much in the race, but good points for ourselves. So off to race number 3. Hope you're enjoying this free-to-play account. Make sure to hit the like button. We're off to Spain and Barcelona, a track where race start is usually very, very good on lap 1. Just a shame we don't have the race start boosts. We are lacking the race start. But let's find out. We are P3, I wish. I wish. P22, P24. Right at the back. As probably expected, let's be honest. Downforce, tyre management and cornering. Let's go. I had a brief dream that somehow it glitched and got us P3, P4. It hasn't. And look at the starts that we make. They're always awful. P23, P22. But you can get a good lap 1 if we get through a few cars. Now we start to motor, as we can see, and we're going to try and make some moves. Already up to P16 goes Valtteri Bottas, having a lot better second and third race than that original race in race number 1. But on the hard tyres, he is going to be slower. But he's moved up pretty nicely, and that is P14, P15 for the boys in blue and gold, pretty much. So 14th, 15th, lap 1 complete. 8 more laps to look at completing as well. And we've got to try and just egg our past. Come on. Edge our way past these. We're going to egg them on to try and deliver some points. Piastri up to P12. Bottas is going to be a lot quicker at the end of this race. Piastri is going to be a little bit slower based on the tyres that are being used. But Piastri taking his racing into his own hands up to P11. There's a Ferrari of Sainz that's lacking the speed as we go down the straight. Surely a move past Sainz here wouldn't go amiss. Let's try and push. See if we can just carry this on into the corner. Round the outside. No, we can't. Stay. P11. And oh my god, we've lost to P12. George Russell coming past on the mediums. Again, cars just all grouped up together as we get back past Russell. Good traction out of the corner by Oscar. And now we sit in just outside the top 10. But a few cars pitting. Quite a lot of cars pitting. That's going to see us move up to P6 and P7. Needs to get past Alonso. He's looking a bit slow out there. And there's the move. Can we get Norris as well? Surely not. And as when we push, we nearly lose the position. P5, P8. Few cars ahead that aren't going that quick. We're catching them up pretty quick. And there's a move by Valtteri Bottas. Just defended well by George. Perez now fancies a poke up the inside, but can't get through. And now Bottas continues. So he is going for the mediums. Moving up to P4 for a very quick end to the race. Piastri coming out. Be nice to get ahead of that Kick Sauber. And we do. And we get ahead of the Ferrari as well, which is even better. So P13 and P4 with racing to do. There's still plenty of points here on offer if we can score it. There's an RB car ahead of us. It is Danny Ricciardo. Are we going to get the traction? We are. P12. And Piastri with the undercut. Going to come out nicely ahead of Bottas. And is nicely ahead of the Ferrari. P6. Come on, get ahead of Russell. Yes. Our pit stops have worked out nicely. Rival P4, P16. We are P6 and P8 as we come through. Got a chance here. Some good points. These points could see us get through to the opening round with just one attempt in Contender. We're trying as Gasly comes in for the pits, and so does other cars too. Or it's just Gasly by the look of it. Now a car. We can accelerate through. We're in P5 and P6. We have got cars to pit ahead of us as well. Oscar Piastri and Perez probably looking at going to be taking a pit stop still in this race. Piastri is closing, so is Bottas. Will the rival pit? I mean, the rival could pit here as well. Should see a car now in the pits. Yes, the McLaren. So as we continue through, we're up to the top 5 with both cars. We're going to push Bottas because I do feel that we could get P2, P3 in this race. That is a possibility right now. We're not going to get P1, but 47 points is a long gone. It could be around 45 points if they run out of tyres towards the end. There goes the Red Bull car. Into the pits comes the rivals. That's going to put us in P2, P3. It is. That is beautiful reading. From the back of the grid, P22 to P24, and now we lie P2 to P3. We're lapping Hulkenberg. But what a start in this race. This was a track we knew we could do well at, and it's a track that we are delivering at. Round the final few corners on lap 9, Bottas Piastri to bring home a double podium finish in Spain. It is 23 and 22, 45 points. We get ahead of the rival, who's P6 and P9. Come on, that is what we needed. Beautiful points. 45, some difficult tracks this weekend as well, so that's going to play a part. But 45 points is points in the bag. Big jump from our race 1, race 2. 981 versus 1034, always on that back foot. For Bottas, 3 Verstappen, and a decent setup as well, but we'll take that all day long. Let's go. So up to race number 4, the final race of this free-to-play account, and it's a matchup that is nearly as close as you can get. The difference is 1. So we're going to see where we qualify against an evenly matched rival, I would hope, in the wet of Canada. A track that often gets rain, and this week, it's 100% of it. I mean, we're well out qualified, but surely that means that they have gone for qualifying, and we are going to be faster in the race. That is what I expect. Overtaking and cornering, we're going to struggle on the old boost front. So, let's take a look what we've got. Probably a bit of Ode we'll use. Good pit time as well, which could help if we double stack. So here we go then. Final race of this qualifying. Can we get through to opening round without any hassle as we get both a poor start here in race number 4. But as we settle down after the first few turns, it's all going to get pretty crazy out there. P21, P22. Now I'm going to conserve, or not really use too much power at this stage while everybody is chucked together. And then we're going to push as they start to even out a little bit. We hope for a move here from Piastri. Can he get through? No move. No move, which is surprising. And we're going to play the long game here. We're going to just try and eke past the rival, which we can. Now, I did say that the rival is possibly taking more qualifying points than we are. That's why they stayed ahead. And we have got the stronger car. Now, at the minute, we're currently ahead. But we are about to lose all our power unit. And the rival will probably just sweep past us. Now, imagine Canada full wet is a strategy nightmare. Because everybody is pretty much going to do the exact same strategy. Into 18th we go. Or 19th. Oh my god, conserve down the straight and they just fly past us. We've got good setups. But we're not making this work at the moment. Up to then P19 we go. Again, we just can't get that power unit stocked up yet. And then we just seem to suddenly lose a position straight away. Hulkenberg trying to get back past us already. But we do hold off that fight. And now we manage to just break away. But everyone is so grouped together that it makes it pretty much impossible here. Everyone is just blocking each other off. You can see we only just get past P18 there. And now we've got to carry on. Now there will be a couple of cars into the pits. We have got Ode on, so it is going to be a lot quicker pit stop. P15. Oh, this is tough. I mean, Bottas has got 100% power unit. He's going to be quick. But I don't want to double stack right now. So we just keep the pressure on. Keep him in that P19 spot. There's a good enough gap between the two. Push Piastri to the hairpin. Hope for a move. Round the outside. No. We can't overtake. So, into the pits we go, and everybody will go. Nothing we can really do here. We don't want a two-stop because it's not as quick. Ode's going to help us out massively as the RB car comes out ahead. There is the rival on the two-stop, and we're up to P13. Bottas comes out as well in P20, and now he can start pushing. He has got the power unit to start making some moves as he's in to P19. So he's made 1, 2. Keeps moving forward, P18. Piastri will conserve down the straight. There's another 2 moves. And Bottas now with that power unit starting to get the opponents worried. Into P15. Piastri just conserving again. Get past these 2 would be nice. Oh, beautiful. Valtteri Bottas, take a bow. What a move. And we're up to P12 and P13. Looking a little bit better. We said we'd prioritise late in this race for Bottas. That is exactly what we've done. And it is paying dividend right now. P11. Another chance of overtaking at the hairpin. Hamilton in tight. And that's going to cost him nearly the exit as Bottas comes through into P12. We are moving well. We are moving very well. As both cars together are on track. But a little bit of a traffic jam as we help each other out. P10, P11. Beautiful. We'll take that. Little bit of help in hand. That's what we needed. P10. Oscar Piastri ahead of us. And Bottas looking quicker of the cars. Piastri with a move. Beautiful move. There's another move. Piastri up to P8 now. Bottas up to P10. Be nice if there was more stops in this race, but there's sadly not. And now down to turn 1. We're going to push everything. Get Bottas past Gasly. Up to P9. And P7. I mean, this is working. This looked very slim at one point. But we have managed to get past. And P8 for Bottas. He is flying well and truly. We're going to push to the hairpin, but I think these are all the places that we can make. They are pretty grouped up together out front. But we're not going to have the power to be able to... Well, there's Norris breaking down. There's another move. Thank you very much. P6, P7 at Canada from the back of the grid. Oh, yeah. I'll have a bit of that. Thank you very much. Big points for us. 37. That's a great round of racing. So the rivals coming home. P22, P18. And I 100% expect that this rival had more qualifying and a lot less cornering. That is what I fully expect to see from this setup. Level 4, Level 2. So decent enough. See, look, we had the better qualifying drivers. Their car setup has got to be full-on qualifying. And there you go. 108 qualifying. We knew that straight away. We got out-qualified, but look at the pace of the car. He went backwards in the race, we went forwards, and we took some big different points. That is the right setup. We could have our qualifying a little bit higher, but at the moment with our race starts, we are only going to go backwards anyway. It doesn't matter too much. Good job. And I'm happy with that round. At the moment, we sit there P2. 152 points. Now, we're going to hope that we can get through this round. We can see a few people who already will not beat us because of the point scoring, but hopefully it's going to be enough to see us through to opening round. Let me know if you enjoy the free-to-play account. I know some of you do. Hopefully we'll have the main account for you tomorrow's video, but free-to-play account, fingers crossed, qualified for the weekend's racing here in Contender for the Hungarian Grand Prix.